welcome to the Idea Ladies. My name is Carrie.
I'm Jeannine.
And we are from The Passionate Home in Langley. Welcome. We are here every Friday at 9:30 sharing ideas on how to create a beautiful life and hopefully being inspiring for you to take some nuggets home and use those. So Candace is also here behind the camera. So if you're here, please say good morning and let us know where you're from. And again, if you have any questions, just type them in and Candace will read them to us. And we are super excited because actually last week we were going to have Lori, our in-house interior decorator, here. We actually had a wonderful surprise interview with Olivia from Cream Fashion. And that was super fun. But today Lori is back. Yay! What do I want to say? Lori is amazing. We have introduced her before to do some iron orchid. She's worked the floor here and worked with the Passionate Home for years. But today she's going to be talking about how to make your home beautiful as our on-staff interior decorator. Do you want to add anything about Lori?
Just that she's amazing and everything she touches is completely beautiful and you need to have her in your home.
Totally.
Yeah.
I want to say good morning to Mark, Melody at Twisted Sisters, Maggie, Lost Found. So thank you all for joining us this morning.
So if you've ever wondered about if you should hire an interior decorator or what does an interior decorator do or the cost of an interior decorator, hopefully Lori was going to answer those questions. Come on in, Lori. I think what we'll do, Lori, is Jeannine and I are going to sit to the side, and you can just please tell everyone a little bit about yourself, and what does an interior decorator do, and what you can offer them. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, for
All
sure.
right, take it away.
All right. Hi, everybody. I am so pleased to be here. I am Lori, and I do the in-home consultations in the store. And I just love home. Every home should have a soul that you walk in and it tells a unique story just to you. I believe one of my strengths is deciphering what you would like to have in your home. I've got years of experience and I don't think everything always needs to be brand new. I think the beautiful home is one that is eclectic and has layers. We don't need to get rid of that, but we can recreate it to something beautiful and new. We offer a lot of different options. We start with an in-home consultation. I come into your home for an hour. I can usually do your whole home in that time. We can.
What are you gonna do? Move everything around? Can you come to my house for an hour?
For an in-home consultation, that's me sitting down with you and meeting you and getting to know you and getting to know what's important to you. I also like to say that rules of design are meant to be broken. They are.
It's so true.
Right?
Yeah.
Like often we have a piece that just means so much to us, but it doesn't make sense. So I love to come in and help you make it.
You know, Lori, a lot of customers come in the store and they have like an old piece from grandma or something,
Right? Yeah.
and they're like, I hate it, but I can't get rid of it. And then they find that their whole home is filled, and they say things like, I wish you could come to my home and help me with this. Is that something?
Definitely. So recreating items and giving you ideas on how to recreate them so that it fits within your story. We all lose track of our stories. I've had people come in and help me in my home because a fresh set of eyes is so important.
Yeah.
After a while, you just see the things you don't like in your home. You don't see actually the things that are good in your home.
Yeah.
So often it's just about coming in, weeding out a little bit of things. So with an in-home consultation, I could say, well, how about, do we need this here, right? Or let's bring these items together. Because a beautiful home has focal points. It has somewhere to rest your eye in a room. And I think I do that quite well. You can have something really horrible over here that you can't change. Let's make you focus here instead.
It is so true. Yeah.
Right? Very often people struggle with layering in their homes. I love to layer. As you can see here, it's just bringing all the colors in and forward, right? So you have height behind coming down into what is up front.
Yeah, you do that well here. You do. Lori does a lot of the merchandising here at the store as well, and constantly people are saying, "Oh my goodness, this is so, beautifully put together," and that's definitely your expertise.
Definitely.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's about even you can have your neutrals, which are easy, but it's your accent colors. And how often do you place that in a room? How many can you have? And those are really important things. And it's about carrying them through. So you can have a home where every room tells a totally different story, but it's nice that you have flow through your home as well. That's what gives you rest and peace and ease in your home. And I think in this time, that's what we are sort of all looking for.
For sure.
Right?
Do you help people pick paint colors, like for
Definitely
your
I
walls?
do.
Because that's another thing. People come in and they're like, "Oh, there's 100 shades of yellow or white," and I don't know where to start.
Right. So we come in with Benjamin Moore's color palettes. You can get your paint wherever you want for your wall colors. I will help you choose some of the it's not always that we're going to be using cloud white. It's a great color, but there's other beautiful colors as well. So that's an important thing, to come in and be able to see your hard surfaces and then pick exactly the right color for you, for your walls, for your trims, for your doors. I always will give you a couple of options. So we are just stepping out of cool color palettes. That's been really in for a long time, of the grays, sort of the blue grays. And quite honestly, we're stepping back into the warmer color palette.
Ooh, I'm excited about that.
Too. But I love how you can take a cool color without having to change big things like your wall color.
So pretty.
Right? We can force things lots of different ways, and that's the beauty of color, is just creating lovely, yummy little stories.
What if they want to have furniture in that space as well? Like, will you bring chalk paint colors to help them pick colors for their furniture?
I do. I bring beautiful palettes of colors so that we can match your wall color with what you're going to paint furniture pieces. So many people in older homes struggle with their fireplaces. That is an incredible place to start to make a huge difference in your home. I think all of us in here have painted our fireplaces. And not one is the same, right?
True.
Jeannine's are white. Mine is a beautiful, I've used graphite and cocoa. And then I have a cedar surround. Because in my home, I take into account my husband and his love.
What?
I know. Some husbands
Dwayne, oh my gosh.
have really strong opinions. In that, ladies, I would just like to say that you can paint furniture and still have it speak back to wood. And we're not saying you're going to paint everything, because then it looks like you painted everything. We'll choose a couple of key pieces to take it away from wood upon wood upon wood upon wood. We will bring in beautiful finishes, right? Like even changing your lighting is amazing. Mixed metals right now is so current, and it doesn't have to be expensive to do that as well. A house is so dated by its lighting.
Yeah.
It truly is,
Oh,
right?
it's true.
You can have vintage lighting in your home that tells a different story.
Yeah.
But we all know a couple of houses that have a chandelier that says, "Hi, I was from the 19th century." Think also about, you can paint your light fixtures. That's a beautiful way of creating that lovely flow through your house and the layering.
That's one of the things I loved when you came to my home, Lori, is you could look at things and you don't necessarily need to replace everything.
No.
You could move it from one room to another.
Yeah.
You could paint it.
Yeah.
You could repurpose it. And
Definitely.
I think that's such a great thing that you have that vision and can tell people, you know, have you thought of this or that?
Yeah.
Without a huge investment.
Right?
Yeah.
And I really struggle with home is actually quite soulless, right? It's not really, it can maybe not tell a story of who you are, right? So in a new home, you're struggling really hard to get that, struggling with the word I'm looking for, but the age in that home, right?
Yeah.
In an older home, if you're going to renovate, let's look at your budget and let's decide the best places to spend your money.
Yeah.
So that might not be in ripping out your kitchen cupboards. If they're in great condition and a nice shape and a great layout, don't rip them out. Let's paint them.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many options, like with our neutrals, right? Like, it doesn't have to be white, right? You could do your bottoms cocoa, your top original, your island in graphite, and all of a sudden you have this beautiful new look that you're doing. Then consider changing your
Hardware.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
This is your jewelry.
Just changing the hardware.
and meeting back up with your lighting,
Yeah.
right? Then you're all of a sudden telling a story and asking people to look in certain places. Then so say this is a bathroom, right? That you're doing something like this with bathrooms. Consider investing maybe in the larger poles, but this is really not expensive, and we love to source economical things for you. Some people love to spend money. I don't. So these are some of the poles that we have in the store.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Right?
That's beautiful.
You can't find this at Home Depot.
So
You can't find this anywhere. But matching these
Nothing
together,
against Home Depot.
No, nothing at all. It's a great place to go and get some of your things.
Yeah.
But, right, like look at the beautiful palette.
So Lori, can I ask, so now let's say you've done somebody's bathroom there, but their tile, let's say bathroom or a kitchen, and their tile is really updated. Like now you've gone into an older home and they have the tile that has a little fruit basket in every third tile. Can you help with that?
I sure can. So, I'm just working on a home right now, and her whole home is this. It's her backsplash, it's her surround around her fireplace, it is her flooring.
Wow.
It's all
That's a lot.
this lavendery purple with the peachy color in it. In a small space, it might be okay, but it's really dictating how she tells the story in her home, and this isn't her color palette. So we've made some changes. We've done her cabinetry. We've changed the countertop in her home. She's chosen new hardware. The last thing is her tiling. So this is what she's come from.
Oh my gosh.
And then this is with chalk paint. So
beautiful.
I have just done some different samples for her of what she could do. So she's got two color choices for her backsplash, this creamy white one or this one that's more a cocoa
Is this Annie Sloan
blend.
chalk paint you
Yes,
used?
this is the Annie Sloan chalk paint.
Uh-huh.
This is a porous tile. It's perfect to paint. We would paint it and then we would lacquer it because we want to be able to wipe it and wash it. For her flooring, we've gone a little bit different tonally and given her a couple of different ideas for her flooring. Will make a huge difference in her space.
Oh, yeah.
It recreates it completely. And I'm not saying like, this is great, but in that townhouse complex, there was three colors. There was this pink and a forest green. Could you?
Oh yeah.
Could you imagine having
That
forest?
was in at one point.
It was. And forest green is actually a little bit in right now too. But
Done differently.
Yes.
it's about using those colors in accents. So, right, like choosing your trend pieces that can be easily replaceable, that you're not investing huge amounts of money like tile, because who wants to,
Do you want me to take those?
oh,
Or?
thank you, who wants to replace tile? That's so expensive.
Here.
So that is one thing that I'd like to say is totally doable, right? If you don't have a huge budget, holy smokes, I can come in and tell you how to redo your bathroom vanity, trim that wall mirror to give you an incredible update.
So who should hire you? Is it a person who has an old home, somebody who's just moving, somebody who's buying a new home? Like,
I can help anybody.
All of the above.
And I would like to say that I love a challenge, and I don't have, okay, so I have a look. If I was going to decorate something myself, it would be bringing in nature. So I just love the calming feeling of having branches, of having natural woods. I'm a little bit glam. I have some glam in my house, and I love the juxtaposition of the rustic with that. I love color.
So if I just wanted help putting together my bookshelf, for instance, like a feature wall with all the bookshelf, a lot of people go, I don't even know where to start. Could you, in an hour, you could probably do the whole thing.
Oh, would you saw me with yours?
Would you physically do it, or just tell people in that 1 hour?
You can hire me for different things.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend in all cases that you have a 1 hour consultation with me.
Yeah.
That lets me get to know you a little bit, know your likes, your dislikes,
So
what your husband likes, what he doesn't like.
Dwayne's on. Oops. He just joined.
And then I can come in and I can actually style a room in your home. We can pull different things from different parts of your home and help you start telling that story. It really is as much or as little as you want. And I understand that trust issue of letting somebody into your home. You could also say, I would like you to come. Some people are really minimalist, or they don't have a lot of stuff. They've downsized and purged tremendously. So I can even come, help you style your bookcase, and bring beautiful items to help you tell the story you want to tell. And your beautiful items, like these this is like bathroom items. Like, don't forget your bathroom. Like, look at how beautiful.
Yeah, the labels on
The
those?
labels on these
So
are,
pretty.
they're
Yeah.
so
You are
stunning.
amazing with detail, I have
Yes.
to say. Not only are you big picture, but you're detail oriented.
Yeah.
And it is in the details, I think.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Like even bringing in texture, right? So often a room, what it's missing is actually texture. So let's layer our texture. Let's bring in, like these rugs are here at the Passionate Home, and I just want to roll up in it. I love it so much.
So pretty.
Right? And so layering your colors, your texture. This here, I've made it a little personal. I've stenciled C & Co. So my last name is Carter, so it's Carter & Co. That's our little go-to, right? We've got a blended family, so a couple last names. So we're Carter & Company.
Love it. If you could give one piece of advice, I guess, decorating advice for somebody who's struggling, who doesn't think that they have any talent of putting something together. Could you give? I know
everybody has talent.
Yeah.
Everybody has something that they enjoy.
Yeah.
I love talking to you and listening to you and finding what that is, and then bringing it out, and it's like a totally different story.
Yeah.
I just love that. Also, like we carry some beautiful art. Like you can bring your color in with Sid Dickens tiles, right? Here's a more neutral one. These are beautiful items for large walls, small walls, bringing that in. If that's not in your budget, we also teach workshops where you can make your own artwork. Look at this beautiful one that Candace did, right?
Yeah.
We offer so many different things within the store now, and we're bringing new ones in all the time, which I think are just stunning. We're starting some new workshops. Look at this beautiful fall piece of artwork. If you don't want to invest a lot of money for transitional items, this is amazing. This is one of our new decoupage sheets. It's $10.
I love
It's insanely
that.
beautiful.
I love how it goes with that carpet.
Right?
Like you
Right?
just somehow pulled all, and then your dress.
Right? I was going to say,
Come on, people.
this girl can pull it together.
So, right, this is only half of the recycle sheet. You still have a whole
Yeah.
other half of it to create something.
Candace, you just nailed it with Lori. She can pull it together.
She can pull it
She
together.
can pull it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you give Lori.
Where
She
we
can
are
pull
for
it together.
time, can
Yeah.
we show a little bit of some new items that
Yeah,
have just
for sure.
come in?
Yeah.
So, we've just ordered some new recycled papers. And these ones that I've brought up are more like transitional. So this is sort of Halloween, fall, but they're just adorable.
Adorable.
Look at them.
Now, people
So
might not
pretty.
know what this is, Lori. This is a decoupage paper.
It's a decoupage paper.
Yeah.
So you could apply it to glass, you could apply it to furniture.
and you can find those on the website next week. So sign up.
Right? So there's some beautiful ones. Okay, I've got to show you this one. To die
my
for.
favorite.
Look at this.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Right? Think of we all miss so much our front entrance. That is that's the moment in time you have to capture people. I do a lot of staging of, they make their front entrance. You need to already start telling that story.
That's the other thing I was going to ask. Like, what if my house, I'm going to put it for sale? Would you walk through with me and just give a few tips?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think that even in this market, well, it is slowing down a little bit. It is so important to have your house appealing to all people. So I can come through and help you neutralize it, but still have the uniqueness that will help people remember it.
Yeah.
Right? So I do staging where I put in some unique items, so people would always go, oh, remember that house that had the metal cow with the milk sign, right?
Yeah.
Not every house has that. Like, you need to do something to be remembered. And it's also it's very hard staging because you often have things you can't move. I just staged for a young man, and he had a bar fridge in his living room, and he refused to move it.
Well, is that a problem, really?
It was feature because it just sat out there in the middle, but he did not bar area. So put a top on it, put the decanters on it. I got a magnet and did a beautiful sign that I made that covered the front of it so that it seemed like it was a whole bar area with a cool mid-century modern chair sitting beside it. All of a sudden it was a little bar area, and it made sense in the space and actually created that next layer into the room, right?
It's a nice feature that tells a story now, right?
Yeah.
Not a eyesore.
Right.
There's great pieces if you've got little kids for artwork in a room that is so inexpensive.
How whimsical is that?
Could you imagine having like a little girl's name stenciled on that? It would be so beautiful.
Oh, what a great idea, Lori. So Lori does teach a lot of the workshops here, as well as does the home decor consultations.
And then I just wanted to show you a couple of the Christmas, because if you're going to be making Christmas, which I love, these are beautiful, right? You can
And
do
so many
much with
panels
it.
in there. Like that's that's 6 projects right there.
Right? If you go back a little bit to Candace's Creative Corner, you need to see her making little tags and things like that. For one page, you could, okay, so maybe not everybody is like me, but I'm ruthless at Christmas. Only time in my house. I pick out the design of the wrapping paper, and everybody uses it. So all of our...
I do that too, actually, and it coordinates with my decor.
Right?
Sorry.
I'm eye rolling behind the camera, just saying.
And then I've got kids who are like anti-mom and do their rebellion with like duct taping around their packages. And then look at this one. You could just cut it apart. Think about putting new artwork in your picture frames for Christmas, right? Oh, look at the cat. Right? Look at this one.
Stunning.
You could do some, beautiful things like that. So pretty.
I am totally
I don't know,
excited to
that's
have
just-
you over.
I know, right? Like, I think we know how to decorate.
It's true. I had Lori come and just do a bookshelf for me, and I'm like, oh, I would have never thought.
Yeah.
And I love it.
And
Yeah.
I can do, right, like we are going to be putting online the different costs for things, but I can even do shopping with you if you want me to come with you, and I'll source it out beforehand. Carrie and I went to some of my most loved haunts and found the beautiful little things that she needed.
It's true. Thank you so much for sharing everything. I hope you
Yeah.
guys just learned a little bit about what it means to hire a decor consultant, somebody who can, you can send it just even photos on an email. If you just want a quick question, Lori will answer you.
Yeah.
But I highly recommend. I know we work together, but recommendations and referrals are so valuable, and I definitely, even though you work here, all of you, definitely total faith in this woman. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. So next week, what are we going to do, Jeannine?
I think we want to talk about where Carrie and I get our inspiration from, whether that's from Instagram accounts we follow or blogs,
Yes.
or going outside in nature and bringing that in, just looking at things with a different eye and pulling from that. So that's what we're going to talk about. Yeah.
Awesome. So we are here every Friday at 9:30. We also share this on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and we put it in our newsletter every Tuesday. So if you've missed out, I saw that the connection. Okay, so can I just put a call out
sorry,
there?
people.
Our connections every Friday come and go, and we are struggling with our internet. So if you are like an internet guru or Wi-Fi person and you feel that you can help us, please call. That's a 911. But we are working on it, so we thank you so much because we know your time is valuable. We so appreciate you joining us every Friday. We know we have some hardcore followers and we so appreciate you. So we will see you next week as we share our ideas and where we find our inspiration. And have a wonderful week and stay safe.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Lori.
Thank you. Thanks, Lori.